Yoko Kanno was one of the most accomplished and influential composers for anime, video games, and media coming from Japan. Her contributions to anime are immeasurable. Most of Yoko's life before she was known as an anime composer, it was dominated by religion, music, and literature. Born in Sendai in March of 1963 to Catholic parents, her first experience with music came from writing original songs on her parents' piano and playing hymns on the organ at her Catholic kindergarten. In elementary school, she began entering her original pieces into competitions, winning several awards for them. Despite her success in music, Yoko took an interest in literature. After graduating high school, she went to Waseda University and majored in literature. Although she was a literature major, her musical talent preceded her. While she was attending the university, in her spare time, she would transcribe music for various students. And because her parents only allowed her to listen to classical music, it was during this time that she was introduced to rhythm by a friend of hers who played drums. When asked about this experience in an interview, she stated, and I quote, "I thought my friend was a genius. I had heard drums on the radio. I have heard drums on the radio before, but it was like I never really noticed them. Then I see drums performed live and was able to experience a beat for the first time. I started to take heavy interest in music that wasn't classical, enjoying the band electives." While she was still attending Waseda University, Koei, a Japanese video game company, asked Yoko to compose the soundtrack to the game Nobunaga's Ambition. The game became a hit, and because of this, it launched Yoko's career. While Yoko had a few jobs in the anime industry starting in the early 90s, the anime that put her on the map was 1994's Macross Plus. This was the first official sequel to the original SDF Macross TV series. It was a positively futuristic, visually sumptuous, and groundbreaking combination of traditional 2D and computer-generated animation that gave the viewers and fans a different take on the universe of Macross Plus. Yoko's music provided a key element in the nature of Macross Plus because it was the first time many people in the world would hear her unique blend of genres and cultures, creating a different sound that no other anime music was doing at the time. Of course, she wasted no time showing off her use of music to the world, with the majority of the orchestral score recorded in Tel Aviv by the Israel Philharmonic Orchestra, and with vocals for many of the tracks sung in French, English, and a made-up Santradi language. She also wanted to create what popular music might sound like in the far future, since most of the vocal tracks she wrote for the show was sung by anime's first virtual idol, Sharon Apple. Because of this, Yoko created a sound that was futuristic and delightfully dated, using elements of 90s dance music like trance and techno, and also using beats that could have been used to create a hypnotic style for Sharon Apple. But still, this was like nothing else produced to this day. There was a little bit of the Macross Plus soundtrack that would hint at Yoko's next big work, a work that would become a new genre itself. After solidifying her notoriety with her contributions on other major projects, she began working on an anime TV series that would define her career for the rest of her life. A TV series known as Cowboy Bebop. This TV series would be the second, but most definitely not the last time she would, but most definitely not the last time she would work with legendary director Shinichiro Watanabe. Cowboy Bebop's composition introduced jazz and bebop music to the show's fanbase. Kanno's work on Cowboy Bebop began in earnest much earlier in production than it is usual for anime, with music being written and recorded before many of the major characters and plotlines were formed. Some of the recordings influenced the creation of the characters and the plotline of the show, and which were in the direction that the show was going to go. In Yoko's true fashion, the recordings from Cowboy Bebop encapsulated dozens of genres of music from all over the world, including blues, funk, hip-hop, western rock, and most importantly, jazz. True to the show's name, many of the prominent tracks used for the action scenes are fast-paced bebop numbers derived from the styles of prominent pioneers of the genre like Miles Davis, Thelonious Monk, and John Coltrane. These numerous nods to the legends of bebop were not unfounded, as majority of the jazz tracks in the soundtrack were recorded and engineered with the help from legendary jazz producer Rudy Van Gelder. Later on, Yoko started composing for the series Wolf's Rain, and in the process, she was once again joined together with singer Maya Sakamoto for 3 songs. This started an entry for a long and storied professional relationship between the two. Sakamoto was one of Yoko's regular collaborators, with Sakamoto singing the opening to one of Yoko's big projects, The Vision of Escaflowne, in 1996. Yoko then went on to produce Sakamoto's first 4 albums, helping launch the career of one of Japan's most successful and popular vocalists. That would end with her working on Sakamoto's 5th album, but their collaborative relationship would not end there. Sakamoto would appear on a few of Yoko's next anime projects after working on Wolf's Rain, before recording the opening theme to Across Frontier, which was a smashing hit that was top 3 single on the Oricon charts. In 2014, they both appeared together at a 20th anniversary concert at the Nippon Budokan, which is one of the most prestigious music venues in Japan, marking a milestone in their long collaborative history. After Wolf's Rain, over the years she continued to work on soundtracks for other animes. She wrote original scores for Genesis of Aquarium and Oban Star Racers. She then scored a job writing the soundtrack to 2007's anime Darker Than Black, which was directed by Wolf's Rain director Tensai Okamura. The soundtrack in many ways was a return to form for Yoko, containing many elements of Cowboy Bebop's instrumentation and style blend with the more raw compositional sensibilities of standalone complex featuring powerful horn sections and drums mixed with electric guitar and soulful organs. It also features the return of a few faces familiar to those well versed in Yoko's works, including vocalist Mai Yamane. A singer of folk, she was a voice actress and a singer of folk blues and many other timeless bebop classics. Yoko was concentrated on channeling the Western music for Darker Than Black, mixing familiar elements of jazz funk, and soul to create a peppy, up-tempo sound for the anime. For years after that, Yoko showed that she wasn't slowing down. She began working on the soundtracks for more animes, and she even reunited with director Shinichiro Watanabe for the first time in 14 years to work on Yuki Kodamas manga Kids on the Slope at Studio Mappa, and for an anime called Terror in Residence, which is Yoko Kanno's most recent anime work to this day. Terror in Residence is as Terror in Residence is as of today one of Kanno's most unique anime works, breaking significantly from just about every genre and convention she made herself famous for utilizing. In addition to composing significantly for the anime industry, she was a lead member of the project band called Seatbelts, which was originally formed for the production of Cowboy Bebop, and also the band performed the whole soundtrack to the series for Cowboy Bebop and produced 7 albums and 1 live DVD. The band never had a lead singer, but sometimes singer Mai Yamane would come and participate and sing on many of their songs. The band mainly focused on instrumental work. After a few years on hiatus, Seatbelts regrouped in 2004 to perform the soundtrack for the second Cowboy Bebop video game for PlayStation 2, which was released in Japan in the year of 2005. Many of the members of the Seatbelts have also worked with Kanno and with each other on other projects as well, and some have even gone to compose their own work. For example, the guitarist played guitar on soundtracks of Ghost in the Shell, working with Kanno, and also in Wolframes. And as well, he composed the soundtracks for Trigon and Gungrave. Apart from video games and working on anime, she also composes for live action films and television commercials. She speaks English and some French. She has said that her English is broken English and that her French can use some help, but she enjoys photography and writing. She has written a number of journals for New Type magazine, of which photos for illustrations are done by Kanno herself as well. And a selection of photos taken by Kanno of her protege and former production partner Maya Sakamoto were featured in the special event program for Sakamoto's 2010 30th birthday concert at Nippon Budokan. Also in 2011, Kanno expressed her support and wishes to the victims of the earthquake and tsunami that happened in 2011 in Tohoku. She composed the song titled Kimi de Ite Bui de Ite, and she later composed NHK's official support song on the occasion of the first anniversary of the earthquake, entitled Hana wa Saku, which stands for Flowers Will Bloom, featuring lyrics by Sendai film director Shunji Iwa. The song features notable natives from the affected areas of Fukushima, Miyagi, and Iwate. Some of her other notable works include Cowboy Bebop's Tank, Wolframe's Gravity, and Ghost in the Shell's Inner Universe.